Okay, I might seriously regret starting this conversation, but is it a garden or is it a yard? Someone recently commented on one of my videos that Americans need to stop calling gardens yards. And so I just wanted to address that. Like, I love calling my garden a garden. That is my goal, is to always call it a garden. But I grew up in the US, and basically we call the space outside of our house our yard. It's just the term that is generally used in the US. I've come to find out that British people call the area outside of their house their garden, whether it is full of plants or not. So they would call like a little area, a patch of grass, a garden, which I think is lovely. Like, when I kind of learned that they did that, I was like, that's awesome. Like, we should all do that, you know? But habits die hard, and I'm just used to calling it a yard. I've kind of learned that through friends who lived in the UK and through watching British gardening channels, that like they will go to a house that's like half concrete and a little bit of grass, and they will call that a garden. And that's just so strange to us in the US. Like, a garden in the US is full of flowers or vegetables or both. It's full of plants, and like otherwise it's not a garden to us.
Here's a picture of my backyard before we moved in, and to me, it would be an insult to gardening to call that a garden.
Here in the US, if you were to say, let's go out in the back garden, and then you went out there and it was just like a patch of grass, that would be confusing to people. Like, they would be like, this is not a garden. This is a lawn. This is a yard. So it's really just a difference in terms. It's just kind of what we call it here. So I thought it would be fun to ask AI, what's wrong with calling a garden a yard? I didn't say anything about British American. I just said, what's wrong with calling a garden a yard? And they said the difference in usage stems from linguistic variations, especially between American and British English. In American English, a yard is the general area of land around a house, while a garden is a specific cultivated space with for growing plants, whether flowers or vegetables. Now, in contrast, British English uses garden to describe the entire outdoor grassy area around a house. So again, it's just a difference in language. I was curious, what is a yard? I get the impression that yard is sort of an ugly word to British people. Like, they really don't like you using it for your garden. So I thought, well, what is a yard to British people? And so it says typically a paved enclosed area without plant life, which may be found at the back of a house. So I get, like, if you're just picturing like this desolate concrete space, it just has a negative connotation to you. But for us here, it would definitely include like a landscaped home would be a yard. So I love all things British. And ever since I learned this, I just think it's lovely to call every yard a garden. And I think that it can kind of help that space to aspire to greater things by calling it a garden. So I love that. And I really do. I try to always call my space a garden, but it's, old habits die hard. And I've been calling it a yard since I learned to speak. So that's just kind of what comes out sometimes. Now, when I was choosing a name for my channel, this kind of disconnect between the British and the American English did not occur to me. A lot of names with garden in them were taken. I would, think of a good name and then look it up, and it would already be used. And so I finally landed on Blooms in the Yard because I just wanted to convey the idea that I was growing flowers and blooms more than vegetables, and that I mostly keep them in the garden, um, rather than bringing them in for vases. Like, I'm not specifically a cut flower gardener. And so I thought Blooms in the Yard would convey that well and would work well. And then it never occurred to me that British people would think, ew, yuck, blooms in your paved yard. Now, when I was in England last year, I did feel like a lot more people have gardens. Like they are using their little front space to grow hydrangeas. Like I just felt like a lot, you know, England is like a gardening culture. Like it's important to them there, and they do a lot of it. And so maybe it is more suitable to call their outdoor spaces gardens because it is a gardening culture, and a lot of them have gardens. We stayed at an Airbnb, and I mean, okay, so the inside of this Airbnb, this was in Bath. The inside of this Airbnb was nothing special. Like there was no decor, it was bare bones. The outside was gorgeous. Like that would be a very special thing to see here in the US at an Airbnb. Just gorgeous, all completely flowers in front and back.
When I went to look for pictures of that Airbnb, I realized that actually every Airbnb we stayed at had really great gardens. And I mean, I know I'm a gardener, and so yes, I was sort of, that would influence me in which ones I reserved, but these were not super fancy places that we stayed. We were definitely traveling on a budget. I mean, look at this gorgeous vase that was left for us. Like, it was mind-boggling to me.
I wish that we had more gardens here, but I do think maybe one sort of obstacle to that is our climate. It feels like if you plant a pretty hydrangea in your front garden in England and then you moved away and someone else moved in that wasn't into gardening, it might just still be there in 20 years and looking gorgeous. If you did that here, it probably won't make it without someone watering it all the time and taking care of it, because at least where I live in Kansas, it's a more harsh climate. And so like if I start this beautiful garden here and I sell this house, this is not going to stay. Someone is either going to let it completely go to ruin, or they're just going to tear it all out and put in grass. If like someone buys a new house and there's a lot of gardens, the first thing they're like, this is too much work, and they'll just get rid of it and put in a lawn. And I just think that's really depressing. But sometimes they give them to me, so I do feel like in the UK, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like if something's planted, usually it will not die so quickly as it might here. And maybe I'm just kind of, getting it all wrong, and you guys will all complain in the comments. But that was the impression I got, is I would just see these gorgeous hydrangeas and this gorgeous landscaping, and maybe it's just more important to people in the UK, and so maybe they put a lot more work in. But I was kind of assuming maybe things just don't struggle as much to stay alive. I've seen a lot of videos of like these tours where like open gardens where you can go visit private gardens pretty often. That's a lot more rare here. Like we have maybe one a year where we can go see like private gardens, and it's really exciting for me because I actually like private gardens better than visiting botanical gardens. But even public gardens, there's just so many more to see in the UK than here. And so I do feel that it's a garden culture. So perhaps it makes sense that they call every yard a garden, because a great ratio of those yards are gardens. There's a hummingbird that's got me distracted. Here he comes. Oh, I'm loving the hummingbirds right now. Okay. So if you are from the US and you didn't know any of this, hopefully this will help you to understand the intricacies of the language and the garden culture a little bit better. I kind of like language, I like history, I like gardening. So for me, it was interesting, and you can let me know if you thought it was interesting or not. But regardless, it's just, let's understand that we just use a slightly different word, but we all love gardening, being outside in nature, and let's all just get along. It's so fun sitting out here. So there's this little leaf right next to me with a little tiny bit of water in it, and this bee is drinking the water out of this tiny, tiny little puddle. Okay, getting distracted. Hummingbirds, bees. Is it a garden or is it a yard? It just depends what side of the pond you're from.